I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
In the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything.
Bad for me that I was wearing like extra large sweatshirts, and I just didn't want to show
Was
my
it
body.
painful for you as well as?
They had everything, or so it seemed. Sunny Hostin, a prominent attorney and television personality, made her mark as a co-host of The View, while Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin built a sterling reputation in orthopedic surgery.
Cosmetic surgery journey.
Yeah.
I've seen you like 50,000 times.
I know.
For years, they were viewed as an unbeatable team, embodying success, intelligence, and influence. Yet behind that polished exterior lurked whispers of scandal that no one saw coming. Now, a jaw-dropping lawsuit has cast them both into the harsh spotlight of financial meltdown and legal scrutiny. Could the Hostin story be a cautionary tale about how quickly even the most admired public figures can fall? Sunny Hostin first captured America's attention with her legal expertise and outspoken commentary on topics ranging from social justice to high-profile trials.
Mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system.
Her transition from courtroom litigator to media figure seemed seamless. Meanwhile, Dr. Manny Hostin commanded respect in New York's medical circles. As an orthopedic surgeon, he specialized in procedures that often gave patients new leases on life. Together, they exemplified a modern power couple. They enjoyed an aura of sophistication, glamorous events, on-point fashion, philanthropic endeavors. From the outside looking in, it all appeared impeccably orchestrated. The Hostins offered a story of triumph.
Pat, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to.
Two highly driven individuals forging an empire through intellect, talent, and sheer perseverance. Their fans saw them as a stable pillar of success, until disturbing rumors suggested that the truth behind their prosperity might be darker than anyone imagined. No one wakes up and suddenly decides to risk it all. Often, cracks begin to show in subtle ways. Before allegations of insurance fraud emerged, there were minor rumblings that something might be amiss. Gossip columns hinted at behind-the-scenes disputes or financial mismanagement, but few took it seriously. Why would they? Sunny's on-screen composure rarely wavered, and Manny's flawless medical reputation stood untarnished.
I mean, people get implants to look like that, right? And you want to look like Jessica Rabbit. I wanted to look like nothing like it.
Yet for those who followed them closely, a slow bleed of suspicious tidbits started to surface. Unexpected lawsuits mentioning Manny's name, quiet out-of-court settlements, rumors about conflicts between Manny and certain insurance providers. Hushed conversations in medical circles questioned whether patients had truly needed the pricey procedures Manny recommended. Even so, the Hostins managed to maintain their image for a while. Sunny continued championing causes on The View, often highlighting issues of transparency and accountability in public life. Little did anyone know that these very principles might soon apply to her own household. Then came the moment that blew everything wide open: the RICO lawsuit. For many, the term RICO calls to mind mafia stories, where entire criminal enterprises are brought to justice. That's not entirely wrong. RICO, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, was originally designed to dismantle organized crime syndicates. Yet, its powerful provisions can also be used against individuals or groups suspected of conspiring to commit large-scale fraud. In this instance, investigators allege that Dr. Manny Hostin orchestrated a multi-million-dollar insurance fraud scheme. According to the lawsuit, he and a web of medical professionals may have billed insurance carriers for needless surgeries or procedures that never even took place. Some claims go so far as to suggest that Manny formed partnerships with crooked billing companies, hospital administrators, or other doctors willing to sign off on inflated charges. If these allegations hold water, then the scope is massive, one that could involve layers of complicity reaching far beyond Manny. The suit also raises pressing questions about how many patients went under the knife unnecessarily or received sham diagnoses.
He's withdrawn the cases. The judge has said they are withdrawn without prejudice. What that means is you can bring them again.
If proven, These accusations not only unravel Manny's career, but highlight a grim reality of how greed can infiltrate even the most respected corners of medicine. As if a RICO lawsuit wasn't enough, the Hostins stunned everyone by announcing they were filing for bankruptcy. How, on the heels of Manny's seemingly lucrative practice and Sunny's enviable paycheck, could they possibly be insolvent? That question has ignited a tidal wave of speculation. Some say the couple is genuinely financially crushed. Legal bills and potential damages could easily amount to millions, after all. Others wonder if this is a strategic move, an attempt to protect personal assets from the storm of lawsuits. Critics have labeled it a convenient tactic to dodge accountability, pointing out that once you declare bankruptcy, certain debts and liabilities might be rearranged or even discharged.
Some sort of guidelines. How about a disclaimer on his podcast that says, this is misinformation? How about removing?
Even for longtime fans of the couple, the bankruptcy revelation felt like a betrayal. People who once admired Sunny's poised championing of societal fairness now wonder if she is using the system to her advantage, Manny's charitable donations, or philanthropic works. Did they mask deeper secrets about how he made his fortune? The heartbreak for their supporters is palpable, intensifying the sense of shock resonating through the public. Section 5. Behind the scenes at The View. Behind closed doors, it's rumored that tensions at The View have soared to new heights. Sunny Hostin's brand has always hinged on directness, legal insight, and moral fortitude. Now, viewers and co-hosts alike are left questioning whether she's prepared to subject her own life to the same scrutiny she often applies to others. Producers are reportedly wary. A scandal of this magnitude can overshadow the show's daily commentary, shifting focus away from news topics to Sunny's personal issues. In broadcasting, being part of a controversial storyline isn't necessarily a career ender, but it can chip away at credibility.
Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sunny Hostin, is accused in December.
When viewers see a co-host hammered by allegations she refuses to discuss, suspicion grows. Confidential leaks suggest the environment off-camera is tense. Some staff members support Sunny, emphasizing that she is not the one accused of orchestrating the alleged scheme. Others fear that The View might suffer from guilty by association optics. With each day that Sunny stays silent, more questions arise. Is her legal team guiding her to remain tight-lipped, or is she holding back for fear that speaking out could make everything worse? If there is one thing observers have learned from high-profile financial scandals, it's this. Allegations about hidden assets often emerge whenever powerful individuals file for bankruptcy. Sure enough, investigators are already combing through Manny and Sunny Hostin's financial records, looking for irregularities in property transfers, art collections, shell corporations, or undisclosed income streams. Rumors abound that the Hostins may have quietly sold off or moved certain assets weeks before filing. Such actions, if proven to be deliberately deceptive, could lead to further accusations of defrauding creditors. Critics are pouncing on every rumor, claiming that the couple's entire facade of success was built on illusions. Meanwhile, supporters caution against jumping to conclusions. After all, wealthy people restructure their finances all the time, especially in times of crisis. Still, for every voice encouraging patience, there's another shouting, "Cover up!" The media frenzy around alleged hidden assets is only growing. Legal experts point out that if the courts find deliberate attempts to shield wealth, Manny and Sunny could face an even steeper legal climb, and a public relations nightmare to match. Sunny Hostin's name used to be synonymous with incisive legal analysis and moral clarity. Now, she's contending with headlines connecting her to one of the biggest alleged insurance fraud conspiracies in recent memory. Even if she's not a direct participant, association alone might tarnish her brand. Public trust is a fragile commodity, and once it cracks, it can be nearly impossible to repair.
For years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months?
For Manny, the outlook could be worse. If the RICO allegations are upheld, his professional licenses and medical privileges could be revoked. A physician's reputation is everything. Any shred of doubt can lead patients to flee. Furthermore, if the rumored hidden asset accusations lead to criminal charges of defrauding creditors, Manny could be facing potential jail time, not just financial penalties. All of this would carry a massive personal toll. Legally, financially, and emotionally, the Hostins risk losing everything they've worked for. Their philanthropic interests, public influence, and carefully curated social standing might vanish in an instant if the worst-case scenarios unfold. Some supporters pray that the allegations prove baseless. Others are resigned to the possibility that the evidence might be damning enough to dismantle their public image. So where do Sunny and Manny Hostin find themselves today? In a quagmire of uncertainty. The RICO lawsuit is still unfolding. Each new court document adds layers of intrigue, fueling media speculation. Meanwhile, the couple's bankruptcy proceedings have launched their own legal saga, with creditors jostling to see how they might recoup losses if the allegations of fraud turn into reality. Sunny has shown no eagerness to publicly address these claims. That silence is telling. Some interpret it as a strategic legal move, while others see it as an implicit admission that trouble is real and deep-seated. Rumors swirl about production teams at The View demanding clarity. Viewers, too, are left in a state of confusion. How should they process commentary from a public figure whose personal life is overshadowed by scandal? The final outcome remains to be seen. It could be months, or even years, before every piece of evidence is examined and a formal judgment is delivered. In the meantime, the court of public opinion has already begun its own informal trial. Spectators debate daily on social media whether the Hostins are cunning schemers or hapless victims of a vicious legal system. In the end, the Sunny and Manny Hostin saga has all the markings of a modern-day morality play. Soaring success, a sudden fall from grace, and the potential for redemption, if the allegations prove false. Will the Hostins clear their names, or will the courts and public opinion drag them under once and for all? Only time will tell. For now, their story stands as a sobering reminder of how quickly a golden image can crumble in the face of legal accusations. What seemed like a charmed life, brimming with influence and wealth, may have concealed a labyrinth of questionable decisions. And for fans who once looked up to the Hostins as a power couple, the scandal raises an uncomfortable question. How well do we really know the people we admire on screen? No matter which side of the debate you land on, one thing is certain: this is far from the final chapter. In a world obsessed with scandal and spectacle, the Hostins' unfolding drama continues to captivate. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep watching, because the next revelation might change everything you thought you knew about Sunny and Manny Hostin.